Today has been full of surprises and about faces. Controversy and betrayal have been the dominant themes. Apparently, some nations have been going against their principles. Let's go to our Al Jazeera correspondent.
I'm Joel Balsam reporting for Al Jazeera. Throughout the conference, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Canada have been bullying poorer nations. I spoke with one of those countries who's been bullied, Botswana.
I had spoken to some countries earlier, and they had pledged basically their full support on this. And today we've seen some turnaround.
Who has turned around?
Canada.
Could you speculate why they may have turned around?
They're sitting next to the UK and the US right now. I think they want to take care of their political allegiances first before the lives of their women and children.
Is it because the US's policy on abortion is unshakable?
I think so.
As history has proven before, world hegemonic powers have little regard for the health of the people. Joel Balsam, Al Jazeera.
As the delegates work hard on finishing their resolutions, CNN offers its report on accountability.
So we actually have a specific clause in accountability. The way that we structure our resolution in terms of guidelines, we think accountability is implied in there, and then we also look for setting up accountability metrics and making sure that we keep progress. Again, we don't want to impose on any country's sovereignty, and there's a lot of flexibility within the resolution and how they structure the programs, but we do want to make sure that money is going where it needs to go.
For countries where the threat of dictatorship, the threat of civil war, of civil unrest is imminent and high, I think a third party in that case would be important.
I think it absolutely needs to be both. It needs to be a partnership. I understand where developed countries and aid organizations are coming from. They want to hold countries accountable. They want to know that their aid is being used. And moreover, they want to know that they are looking out in the interests of their citizens because they are the governments of their people. There just needs to be a way of showing the developed world and aid organizations that progress is being made, because I think that's what it comes down to.
This concludes our coverage for the MonWHO conference. This has been Maya Smart for CNN.
Here on the last day of the conference, I was able to meet up with a bunch of the delegates and get their thoughts on their own personal performance in forwarding of issues important to their countries.
Canada and the developed nations were very surprised to see that China and Iran were both in support of accountability programs within their countries.
Jordan was particularly interested in the access to healthcare in rural regions, discussing access to contraception, family planning strategies.
The idea of using media as a resource to promote child and maternal health is something that Botswana and many of the African nations feel is fairly important. I wouldn't prioritize it as number one for Botswana in particular. I think my fellow African nations have done a very, very good job of articulating the importance of the use of media. Hopefully we'll see that incorporated into a resolution. However, on the topic of the provision of safe abortion services, and more importantly, the prevention of illegal abortion, I have yet to see the support that I was promised in previous days from certain powers. I have yet to see that support come to the forefront.
I mean, the delegate of the People's Republic of China, it has tremendous power at his disposal. In speaking in the third person is one method of maintaining superiority over other delegates. And at this point, it is clear to the delegate of the People's Republic of China that he stole the show.
And there you have it. Representing South African Broadcast Corporation, this is Nathaniel Feinstein. Thank you, and good night.
The MonWHO conference draws to a close. The BBC spoke with representatives of each regional bloc and asked them how they feel about the draft resolutions, how they feel about the conference in general, and whether all their demands were met.
The conference itself has a lot of interesting debates, and it has affected a lot of main points. I mean, we have addressed most of the main points. And in terms of what was going on before about media, Egypt feels that media is a good resource to provide more information to the general population.
Great. So in general, are you happy with what's taking place at the conference?
Yes, there have been a lot of great solutions proposed, and it's definitely given us a lot more to think about.
Okay, thanks for taking the time to speak to me.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
ways in order to promote communication between members of the community as well as professionals of including nursing, midwives, and doctors in order to promote a more comprehensive healthcare system. So Brazil is in support of that kind of a program, and something like that has been implemented in Brazil and has been shown to be quite successful.
Great. So in general, you're happy with the with how the conference has gone, and you're happy with the resolutions that are going to be drafted?
Yes. Yeah. Brazil's really happy. Yeah.
Okay, so it was nice talking to you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And having the full support of the Americas bloc, because we have referenced controlled spending. We have referenced accountability within our own working paper. Having their support means a lot to us.
Okay.
And especially to me, because of this rapprochement between East and West that Canada and the delegate of the People's Republic of China, Iran, and the United States have helped to promote.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Great. Cool. Thanks. Michael Bremen at Wilcock, BBC Health, Montreal.
In a MonWHO News exclusive, the BBC has obtained footage of an attempt by the Chinese delegate to bribe the media. We here at MonWHO News take these allegations very seriously, as our impartiality is paramount to maintaining the confidence of our audience. Wow, I had no idea that corruption was still so rampant. And now, we go to an exclusive MonWHO News interview with the recently disgraced former anchor Brian Stewart Lee, filmed earlier today. Hi, Brian.
Fahim?
So, how do you respond to allegations that you misrepresented the situation at the MonWHO conference?
I was reading from a teleprompter.
Is that why you chose to leave? Couldn't handle the pressure?
No, actually I wanted to spend more time with the wife. We play a lot of Dance Dance Revolution. It's great for your glutes.
Keeps you glued to the screen, eh? So how does it feel to no longer be the voice of truth?
Well, to be honest, it feels great. I have time to do some of the things I've always wanted to do. And I've never had more hair.
Well, alright then. I hope that works out for you. That's all the time we have. We're here at MonWHO News. Hope all of you have had as great of a time this weekend as we did. Thanks for watching. I'm Fahim Mahim.